When it comes to the infiltration of Australia by the Chinese Communist regime, people often assume it is happening mostly in the eastern states, but in fact it's easier for the CCP to exert influence in Western Australia because of their closer economic ties, according to Tshung Chang, an expert who's been studying the CCP's infiltration of Australia, especially Western Australia, for years.
They've been able to roam freely for the last 20 years. You have both political parties not highlighting any concerns. You have the fourth estate, the media, who also close a blind eye. If you could operate below the waterline or under the radar, Perth, Western Australia has been your perfect place to do so.
On May 23rd, at a seminar organised by the Council for the National Interest titled Silent Invasion, China's Influence in Western Australia, Chang disclosed the details of the CCP's influence in the areas of business, politics, culture, academia and media in Western Australia.
There was a journalist who broke the story about Pierre Yang, MLC, had recruited 500 members. Madeleine King MP employs him as her chief of staff. Taken out. You're doing such a good job reporting stories. Both Labor and Liberal are embedded in this.
Last year, Chang had a face-to-face confrontation with two Chinese consulate officials who spied on the June 4th rally at Parliament House in Perth. Chang believes that through the United Front Work Department, the Chinese consulate in Perth directly or indirectly implements infiltration activities in different ways.
It's Counsel He Yifan. He's the commissioner of the United Front Works Department here. So he would operate through quite a few number of United Front organizations. That's to influence the, if you like, the overseas Chinese or Chinese students, Chinese everyone that are living here.
By describing a number of specific cases and incidents, Chang explained that it's a very broad infiltration involving politics, business, academics and every aspect of Western Australian life.
The media, they have their own Chinese publications. Academia, you've got the Confucius Institute. Cultural institutions, it's getting their own people onto the boards of the people like the Tsinghua Association. In terms of our business elite, it's making it easier for them, you sing to our tune, you rub our back, I rub your back.
Some audience members were shocked by the facts Chang presented.
And he has demonstrated very clearly that Australia has to take significant precautions and has to draw a line.
Tshung brilliantly woke us up to the reality of the situation that the Chinese Communist Party aren't really our friends.
The influence of China is greater than I thought it was, even here in Western Australia.